Good morning, welcome. Another daily vlog. Today's a Thursday, so not much in the way of woodwork or anything like that today. So we've got home admin, which is basically preparing meal plans for the week, uh, getting the shopping done, doing all the banking, this sort of stuff. That all happens in the morning, and then hopefully some editing in the afternoon. Just a quick review of where we're up to in March. It hasn't gone to plan really, unfortunately. First up, started off okay, week two, um, and then I cut my toe Monday of week three while making breakfast, and that slowed me down a lot. Um, so I still got some things done, but not nearly as much as I would have liked. And then my parents came over from Australia, so I took annual leave, if that's a thing when you're home working for yourself. But I'm trying to be accountable. I'm trying to do it properly. So let's go with annual leave. And then come Tuesday this week, I got back into it, and in this session here, I finished the woodshed project. And I essentially have 2 working days left in March to finish off the the laundry box project. And I think that's possible if I get a good run at it. So we'll give it a bash. All right. So that's a quick review of the week. In future on Thursdays, I'll just look at the week past when I do these reviews. And but since this is the first one, I've just gone back to the start of the month. All right, moving on. Another quick review. Basically, whenever I make a YouTube short, I'm going to be posting it to TikTok. So I've been doing that lately. The last couple of daily vlogs have gone up here. I'm not. I've got a long way to go in making shorts and TikToks and such. But 10 views in the last 7 days. I think as far as TikTok goes, that is almost less than zero. Anyway, that's that. Then I have my Instagram channel, same thing. I'm just going to post the shorts from YouTube in here. Those two things may develop over time, but essentially all I'm hoping is that if somebody finds me on TikTok or Instagram and they're interested, then they'll follow the breadcrumbs to YouTube and follow me over there. Just quickly on YouTube, last 7 days, 53 views, less than an hour of watch time, but I haven't posted up until kind of yesterday. So that is what it is. Subscribers still at 44. That's good. I think that's gone down and back up. So if you don't post anything, then nothing will happen. Anyway, that is what it is. That's where we're up to this week, and we'll move on to some home admin. Next on the list is meal planning. So basically every day I need to put a meal of some sort in. You can see for this week I already have one here that was left over from last week I didn't make. And basically the process is, so the HC, so I'm doing carb cycling at the moment. Just before I get into this, I fully understand that nobody cares. Nobody wants to watch a grown man make a shopping list, and I'm not going to show you that, and this will be the last time I bring it up, probably. But this is just what I do on a Thursday. Anyway, so I use GPT to generate recipes, and looks something like this. So basically, I've just asked it to refresh this list. So now I have the ingredients list here, which I will put into my Pack and Save app, because that's where we go for most of our groceries. And go and once I finish doing this, go and buy all the stuff for the week. Catherine gives me a few things that she might like written down, but because I'm a ex-IT nerd, I do everything digitally, so I'll put it in the Pack and Save app on my computer, and then that will translate into a shopping list on my phone, and I'll go and pick all those groceries up, and that'll be that for the week. Alright, that was a successful morning. Got all of the home admin done, and all done before lunchtime was due, so that's a big plus. Now I'm going to move on to editing for the afternoon. I'm going to try and get this woodshed video ready for posting. I use DaVinci Resolve for this, free version. At some point I'll probably upgrade, but at the moment there's enough to keep me going in this. So yeah, every day I upload videos from my iPhone, just an iPhone 14, into Resolve, and put it on this timeline called Cuts, and basically chop it up, and then on a Thursday the plan is to turn that into a finished video. This one was my first DIY kind of video, and I know already that I don't have, I think, the footage I need probably to make anything terribly good. I had no idea how to set the camera up or how to deal with the fact that I'm working in a small space with lots of different kinds of light and all of that stuff. So I already kind of know it's not going to be great, but at this stage I'm just practicing, and you guys get to see that if you can better watch. Anyway, so I won't go through the editing process anymore, because it is not something that you can learn from. There's lots of experts out there who can teach you that stuff, and I ain't one. Anyway, I'll sign off at the end of the day, let you know how I went. Alright, I've just gotten through just over 5 hours of editing. It was a nightmare, this one. The sound was just horrible, so I ended up having to do a voiceover, and I've never done that before, so yeah, that was interesting. You can see over here I filled out the timelines a bit more. I think I just had the cuts timeline to start with. So basically I take the raw video in and I chop it up, and then I work on the sounds, and that's the thing that I got stuck on today. Then I look at, zooming in on some shots and that sort of stuff. And then the next thing I would normally do was add text, and then after that add effects before I finish. But I'm going to leave that out of this one. I've had enough of it. Whoops, sorry. And I do it in that order because when you start adding text and effects into the timeline, DaVinci really starts lagging. It needs to render it. It's obviously hard on the processor, and my laptop just can't manage. So anyway, that's what a Thursday typically looks like. I'll schedule this woodshed upgrade long form video to come out Friday afternoon New Zealand time, and that'll hopefully be kind of the schedule of things going forward. I'm not moving fast enough to get a video a week out at the moment, but down the track that'll be the plan. So cheers, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next week on the next Thursday update, or throughout the week on other bits and bobs. Cheers all, have a good one.